there a universe outside of Bravo? Did we miss the training manual to our 30s? No. Are they for real? Thank God for our girlfriends. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Structured Chaos with Kelly and Kyra. We hope that you had a great week and that you're ready to laugh about how none of us have it figured out.
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a couple weeks because last week we had the game episode, which a lot of people liked. We got some positive, fun feedback on that, so I was glad because that was really fun for us to do.
Totally. And I would like to start this episode off with Kelly acknowledging.
Oh, Kyra was not on time today, but she was early for the first time ever.
Okay.
So we've been doing recordings for almost a year now because we started practice recording at the beginning of last summer. And so we're going to give it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very exciting.
And speaking of recording, I sent Kelly a video of me this week. I sent you the video of me on my friend's podcast.
Yes.
Okay, so that was like a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys follow me on Instagram and stuff, you know, like I work out a lot, and it might seem like I haven't made much progress. And I sent Kelly this video.
It doesn't seem like that to anyone, but go off.
And I don't know, maybe, I don't know. What a difference.
What a difference. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I never thought that you didn't, obviously. I mean, I always thought you were beautiful.
Thank you.
And when you sent me that, when I first started watching it, I was like, oh my God, because I thought it was a recent video and I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a video showing like a flashback of you and then like, and here she is now, because you were talking about how you wanted to start your own podcast. So I thought it was going to be like, here was Kyra talking about it. And like, then it was going to be like and look at her now, she has her own podcast. And I do think your friends should make that because I think that'd be really cute.
And that's what she said to me in the message, which is funny too.
Yeah.
She's like, look, and now you're doing it.
Yeah. So that's what I thought when I first started watching it. I didn't think anything about like how you looked. I was just watching it and then I was like, oh, like what is this video? And then I saw your text and I was like, oh, yeah. But that's not like the first thing I would think, but I understand like everyone looks at themselves in a way. And then I was like, oh yes, of course you look so different. So I'm not saying you don't look different because you do look drastically different, but I'm just saying for me, like as your friend,
right? Like that's
not like what I notice. Yeah. But then once I do notice it, like, yes, you've made amazing progress and you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I was telling, I'm trying to find, okay, so if everyone's like, whoever's watching on Spotify or YouTube, this would be a good comparison as to what I... That's not the difference.
Okay, that seems a little...
Well...
But, I mean, that is hilarious. Yeah, I needed that laugh. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God.
And also I was telling Kelly when we signed on this morning that we are recording for the first time ever while like being the sports podcast that we are, there is a live playoff game happening right now. Like that is how, once again, how committed we are to both bringing you the news right on time and still showing up, you know?
Right. So we just have to get right into it. I know it's part of what you are going to talk about for your week. What?
Fine. Yeah, I'm saying it's fine.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you said no, it's not. what I'm gonna say. So obviously, as we are the number one sports podcast, like we are very dedicated to our craft. And but out of the two of us, Kyra is more of the basketball watcher, follower. I don't watch or follow, but I'm still part of the number one sports podcast
Absolutely.
because obviously I'm
She's
part
bringing other sports. She's bringing golf. She's bringing pickleball. You know what I mean?
And I play sports, like,
Mhm.
so, I bring that aspect. So anyways, though, yesterday I was out for drinks with our attorney. So
Wow. So you guys are having private meetings with one another.
and I actually said, "Oh, our resident basketball expert should be here." And we were talking about you. And then there was a little ruckus in the bar, and we were like, "Ooh, what's going on?" And then I look over on the screen and I see the dunk right at the buzzer. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that looks like something cool just happened." And then everyone was like yelling. And I was like, I had just told my dad, I need to know something interesting that happened in basketball to talk to Kyra about. And then my dad was like, "Well, you just saw the most interesting thing that happened."
I mean, it is on my list to talk about.
I was like, I witnessed it live. And I was like, I'm so excited to tell her because I don't ever watch the games. And I just happened to be sitting at the bar, saw it when it was happening. And I was like, oh, Kyra's going to be so excited that I even know what this is, let alone saw it.
Like, you don't even know how excited I am right now because now you know how incredible of a moment that was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, now it's even more like, guys, like, if you don't watch sports and you miss this, which, like, I don't know why you're listening to us if you don't watch sports. What?
I mean, thank you for the support,
here
though.
to get their news.
Right.
Yeah, we do thank you for your support. You should still keep listening. Okay, so Aaron Gordon goes up for the assist to get the ball in. I mean, it was one of the longest reviewed plays ever. I mean, he just tapped it in to win the game. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Incredible.
Mm-hmm. And it just wouldn't have been the same if I was at home. I wouldn't have been watching it, but it wouldn't have been the same if I was like not at a bar with the atmosphere of other people and the excitement and like knowing like how exciting it was right at the buzzer. And obviously I knew that it was during playoffs and we were talking about that, but it was just like, wow, I just witnessed something so exciting. And I am a sports podcaster. Like, hello. And then like all these people ran up to me and like started trying to interview me. And I was like, it is my day off. I am with my dad.
I'm with our attorney.
Let us live. Because we are just out for some drinks and apps.
Like, I'm just trying to be me.
I'm just a normal person, and I didn't ask for this life.
Okay.
So you can consult our attorney when he's on the clock and see what our rates are.
And you know what? We're going to record tomorrow. You guys can tune in on Tuesday like everyone else, and you'll get the live reaction. And then you'll know, I was there. I saw her witness it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're not getting an exclusive because I haven't even told Kyra yet.
Okay.
So
we're a team.
Exactly. So Kyra, I turned down dozens.
Wow.
Because I needed to tell you.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Oh, wow. That makes me so happy that you saw it. Because like I said, guys, it was the sickest fucking play. Ha ha. Ha ha. So glad. Fuck the Clippers.
Yeah, so that was fun and exciting. And is there anything else you want to say about the playoffs?
Yes. So Lakers. I was on vacation when the first Lakers game happened. I was out to dinner. I was streaming from my phone, watching it. Not in a great mood. Happy to be at such a great restaurant, eating wonderful food though, because
Mhm.
that kind of offset how upset
Mhm.
I was.
Yeah.
Then we came back. Game 2 dominated.
Mhm.
And then game 3, we didn't do great. So game
Mhm.
4 is going to come on as soon as we wrap up. Actually, probably during us recording, game 4 is going to start. Then I'm going to go meet my friends. But right now,
At your secret spot.
not at our secret spot. I
Oh,
suggested it, and
it got shut down.
very quickly, and I was like, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
no, that was stupid of me to pick our place that we always go to. Why would I do
why would
that?
why would we ever go there? I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that.
My apologies, everyone. So we're going somewhere else.
Nice.
And so as it stands currently, we have Celtics Magic, and Boston is up 2-1. We have Pacers Bucks. Pacers lead 2-1. Lakers Wolves. Wolves lead 2-1. So hopefully we get that tied up today. We need to win one on the road for sure. Rockets Warriors. Warriors lead 2-1. That was a good game last night. They really, and I would it goes back and forth because the Lakers are either going to play. They're going to play the winner of the Rockets Warriors. So we're hoping for Warriors. Honestly, I'm hoping for a Laker Warrior matchup versus Lakers Rockets.
Okay. And just so everyone knows, we are recording on Sunday this week. So by the time you listen to this, I don't know.
The games will have
there's
changed.
games.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously there's games later today. I don't know if there's tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So all of these standings will have changed, but as of current, this is where we're at. Thunder, Grizzlies, OKC, they're on to the next round. They swept the Grizzlies. And then Nuggets, Clippers are tied 2-2. So
Nice.
yeah. And then I just think, like, me and Samia were texting each other the other night during the game and just thinking to ourselves, like, I have so much anxiety right now. And like, this is round 1. Like, we still have 2 more series just left in the conference, then be in the championship. So it's like, oh God, there's so much basketball left, and my anxiety is already here. Like, where am I going to be at? Like, there's so many more games ahead.
I don't know. Maybe. No, I won't say.
Nope. But we are hoping for a Celtics Lakers matchup because your girl will be going to a Celtics Lakers game. So that is what we are hoping for.
Okay.
Also just staying in our lot of sports this weekend.
Yes, and I also watched this.
So the NFL draft took place, and I don't watch a ton of college football. I never have really had the ability to because I work on Saturdays and that's when most of the games are. But I catch up enough with it. So the big story of the week was that Deion Sanders' son, did not get drafted. And
the way that I found out about this, because like you, I don't watch college football. So I was informed, as one gets their news, by our president of the United States on his way to the Pope's funeral, was so concerned about who was getting picked in the draft, was messaging, I don't know if it was a tweet or whatever.
It was
about,
a tweet.
Are these NFL coaches stupid? And they should pick him. It's like, first of all,
someone is stupid in this conversation.
And it's not the NFL coaches. So that's how I first heard about this whole thing. I understand that this player and his dad are like well known in the football world, but I personally didn't know them because I don't know that many people.
Well, you know Deion Sanders.
I know the name, but I didn't know like, oh, his son is up. Like, I didn't know that, And so, but then once I saw the tweet and stuff, and then I was talking to my dad and my uncle about it, and they were telling me he's the coach and the son and the whatever. And then that was when we were watching day 2 of the draft. And they were telling me, oh yeah, he had like the whole party yesterday. Cause they do the parties and stuff. And I know all of that because they assume certain people are going to get picked. And so then my mom, who knows zilch about the draft, she was like, "He had a party and he didn't even know if he was going to get picked? Why was he having a party?" And so we're like trying to explain to her like how they have
We're trying to explain to her.
Yeah, and every time someone got picked, every like round, she was like, "Is that the guy that had the party?" We were like, "No, he still hasn't gotten picked." She's
No,
like,
he still has.
Is he still having a party? And we're like, "We don't know. They haven't shown him in several hours." And she was like, "Ooh, is that the guy that didn't get picked yet?" And then she just kept calling him like
sports family.
every guy's name that would get picked. She's like, "Oh yeah, like Jake finally got picked." And it's not the guy. So funny.
So good. So he did end up getting picked, and he got picked 144th, and then his brother Shiloh got drafted as well. So he's going to the Bucks, and Shador's going to the Browns. And yeah, we'll see what happens. There was like all the conspiracy theories online of, everyone like couldn't get Deion Sanders back in the day, couldn't get him in trouble for anything, and he was arrogant, and so they were taking it out on his son. All these things. One of my favorites, though, my favorite series was a series that I sent Kelly last night, which was, of course, how everything comes together and we bring it back to Bravo.
Mhm.
So to break down for everyone as to like what this kind of like means, like Shador not getting drafted, what can we equate that to in Bravo world to really understand? So we're going to set the scene. It's Southern Charm. Okay. We're taking Patricia and Whitney. Now, Whitney is gonna date 32 girls, okay? And Patricia is like, no, like, I don't want him to marry some of them. Like, no thanks. And then some of the girls want to go on dates, and she says, no thanks. But then a few girls meet him, and all of the dates are terrible. Like, Whitney sucks. And then both of them get shocked that no one wants to date him. So he was arrogant. He was an asshole. It was like they were kind of trying to do like the LeBron Bronny situation where like basically like they weren't going to let Bronny get drafted to any other team other than the Lakers, but like still very, very different scenarios and like not done in an arrogant way. Nepotism, sure. But at the end of the day, and it just didn't work out. And the memes online have been so funny. We'll post some of my favorite ones about like, because he's just going to be about the girls and like hopeful, like he's where Bronny is like very understated and you don't hear like him getting into trouble or any type of things. Like Shador is like chains everywhere, like what up, like showing up, systems in his car, like girls everywhere, like so they're very different, but same. Yeah. And I think that wraps up our sports segment for today.
Yeah, I think so too. How was your vacation?
It was great. Florida is my happy place. The weather was like literally perfect. I didn't come home with a big sunburn. Like I was able to enjoy myself. Like we're not dealing with a peeling situation. I've got a great base coat going on. I did end up getting sick when I was there, which was very unfortunate because I don't ever get sick. So definitely
I feel like you get sick every time you go on a trip. Like, well, when you come back, you're always
sick when I was in Connecticut. That was the first time in like over a year I've been sick, and then I just got sick right now.
But you told me that every time you go home, you get sick.
No.
Like every time you get back from going home.
No, I don't have a voice because I'm sleeping. Because I'm not sleeping, not sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it was nice though because like I'm never sick and I'm never around my parents when I'm sick,
Yes.
And so like my dad took care of me and like he made me homemade chicken soup and like it was like nice. But me, I like to go all out for Easter and I couldn't really do it. We didn't even get a family picture. Like I literally slept all day. I
Oh.
know. So that sucked. And then I just like laid out in the sun all day on Monday and I was like, just like, please, like, let me be better.
Yeah.
At least be tan, you know. But it like it sucked because like I couldn't like squeeze and hug my nieces, you know, because I didn't want to get them sick.
Mhm.
So that part kind of sucked. But prior to like the 3 days prior, like I had a great time with them and I just love them. And God bless my cousin for raising 4 girls
My
because
gosh.
oh lordy lordy. Like
It's a
I'm
lot of
just
work.
like, do you guys realize like you could just get along? Like you could just get along, like you could just listen and like it's very easy. Like life is so much easier. And then of course, like the nastiness between girls, you know, one was crying, she loved her hair, then she hated her hair because her sister made fun of her. And I taught her a valuable lesson and I said, you don't ever let someone's opinion of you change how you feel about yourself. I said, if
Mhm.
someone says something mean to you, all you say is, okay. And it was so cute because she's 9 and she listened to me. And the rest of the week, every time her sister said something, she said, Aunt Kiki just said to say, okay. So, okay. And I was just like, "Ah,
Oh,
little
cute.
angel."
Mhm.
Hmm. And I
Love
love that my
that.
cousin like lets me talk to them however I want and like parent them, you know?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
like she's just like, yep. And like I can be mean and nasty and like very matter of factly because like my cousin, like she doesn't like to feed them like bad food and like she's very particular about the ingredients and all that. And is it annoying? Sure. Is it weird? Also sure. But is it good? Yes. Like
Mhm.
it's very good, you
Mhm.
know? And so they're like going off, oh, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. And I said, you know what? I said, you guys spend all day telling your mom what she doesn't do. And she spends all day making sure that your lives are great. And I was like, why don't you give her a little thanks? And then I was like, and yeah, it might be weird, but guess what? She's just trying to make you better and she's just trying to make you healthy. And then they were like, thanks, mom.
I do that with my best friend's kids too. And like I saw this meme the other day that was like, I hate when my friends' kids don't listen to her because what the fuck did my best friend just tell you to do? Like
Literally. Literally. I'm like, hello. But yeah, vacation was great. Weather was perfect. Water was beautiful. You know, saw some dolphins, went swimming, like did all of the
Nice.
things.
Very nice.
Um, yeah, so it was really great.
Love it.
And really quickly, to round this all out, I text Kelly yesterday because I had seen this TikTok of a prompt about uploading a picture of your palm to ChatGPT and having it do a palm reading. And so then, and mine was eerily accurate and it was very different than than the other people that I had like said. So it wasn't like it was like generalized
Mhm.
information, like it was very specific. And then Kelly did it and then she also did one for both of us and so we posted that today. So honestly it's interesting and I
I think
mean
it's pretty spot on. I mean, because it did, like, I redid Kyra's because I wanted it to be like in the same format as mine. And then I didn't post our individual ones, but I just posted our like friendship one. But I also did our individual ones. And I felt like they were spot on because they were obviously different from each other, but very accurate for both of us. And then the friendship one was also like very accurate and
mhm.
said just like a lot of things. Like it said the part about where like you keep me grounded when emotions run high, like that's so true.
Like we just
And
said that.
yeah, so love it. It was fun. It was really cute. So definitely try that out. We literally just uploaded a picture of our palm and said like can you read my palm?
Mhm.
So
Fun, fun, fun. And you know, I love all that stuff. Oh, and one of the things it said that we were pirates in a past life.
mhm,
So not only was maybe that's what led to your motion sickness, probably because you were
maybe
just out on the
I
sea too
was
long.
drinking and on the sea. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably, yeah,
And we definitely met mermaids during our time as
for
pirates.
sure. That's why we feel
So,
so protective of them
mm-hmm.
because those
So,
are our friends. It's adding up. Hmm. So yeah, that was fun. So I guess it's been like 2 weeks because obviously we haven't recorded. So
mm-hmm.
I started with a new therapist and I've seen her twice and I just love her. Like I feel like I've been seeing her for a long time, which is great.
Awesome.
Because for anyone who has been in therapy before, it can be hard. I mean, therapy itself is hard, but like finding a good fit can be challenging, and like getting to
And
the
takes
point
a little
where,
time.
yeah, to feel comfortable enough to
Mm-hmm.
like open up and like, is it the right fit? Is this person listening to me? Like, do I feel comfortable? And like, I didn't really have to deal with any awkwardness. Like, I just felt really comfortable right away, which is amazing. She like takes notes when I'm talking, which I really appreciate, because then she like references things that I talked about and like references people by their names and stuff like that. And I really like that, because I've had a therapist before who would say, she would either like not remember things I said, or like it was almost like I was always having to like start fresh
Fresh.
and like
Mm-hmm.
and that just kind of like bothers me, because it's like, are you
You're
even
invested
listening?
in me. Right.
Right. So I really like that. And she's just so nice, and like she's funny. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying that. And it's just a good time in my life to be starting this journey. I have a lot going on. And it's interesting because I was kind of in my own brain. I was going into this for a specific reason and to work on like specific things. And people that are close in my life know that I have these other things going on in my life that are like upsetting to me and that I'm working on, family stuff. And the two are not necessarily like related, right? So I was like, I'm not really going to talk about that stuff in therapy, because I really want to like focus on working on these things I need to work on. But then I'm like, obviously I need to address what's going on in my life, because does have a huge impact on me daily and like my general mood and how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And then once I started telling her about it, I'm like, okay, actually this really is all
All
connect, like it's very much connected.
very
And
much
it's all a
so.
thing. And which I shouldn't be surprised by, because it's like, well, duh. But it's just, there's so many influences from your family and the relationships you have with people and how things are going and whatever, and how that affects other things. So, anyways, that's going well.
Yes, that makes me so happy. I love hearing that. That
Yes.
is so healthy and helpful and productive. And to your point, like, don't ever go in with a plan. Like, you can think you need like, you're going to have a plan, but and I think that is like, what you just said is like a clear indication that you're like matched with the right person,
Hmm.
because it has allowed you to transition without even like
Hmm.
hesitation,
Yeah.
about what you're talking about, and then like having these connections. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. So I feel really good about that. I also got a Korean facial last weekend. It was amazing. Um, I went to this woman named Hoda. She's in La Jolla. And when I tell you, like,
Hoda Kotb? Is that why she retired from?
no.
She's like, I will no longer be on the Today Show. I am going to become a Korean facialist.
Just in La Jolla, just at a private residence. That's what she does now. No, but she has this really magical space, like basically on a hill over La Jolla. And
Casual.
yeah, and it's not on the ocean side, but the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, the day that I went was like stunningly beautiful, and like it was a gorgeous,
Yes.
yes,
Gorgeous,
it's just
gorgeous
gorgeous.
day.
It was just amazing. And so I was so relaxed that I was like actively telling myself the whole time, like, don't fall asleep, because I want to like enjoy this. And usually with like a facial, I don't, like, I'm relaxed, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not like falling asleep.
Ever are you?
Her hands were so angelic. Like,
What
I
else? What
cannot.
other services does she offer? Because you need all of them.
I know this is the only thing she does is facials. I mean, she does different types of facials, but I wish she did a full body massage.
Yes.
I feel like I would be healed.
Yes.
Although she is friends with the girl that I get. Yeah. So that's the girl that I recommend for massages. They're friends. And so, but I'm telling you, like, I just posted my reel about her this morning. Her hands were so angelic. I can't get over it. And my skin felt so good after. It was just such an incredible experience. And she was so kind and like, I just loved it. So
I love
I'll
that.
definitely be going back to her because, and like the rest of the day, I literally felt like I was in a trance. I was so relaxed. And I was just like,
that's impressive.
I am never relaxed. So
literally,
it was so great.
Kelly's dreams are probably like anxious.
Probably. They definitely are. Okay.
Like her sheep are like going like that over the fence.
More oftentimes than not, I have dreams of people yelling at me. And it's always people that like would not yell at me in real life. The other morning I woke up and I texted my best friend and I said, "Do you hate me? Because I just had a dream that you were screaming at me." Last time I went to get laser hair removal, I told the girl there that I had a dream that I forgot to shave before going in and that she started publicly shaming me and told the other people that worked there to come in and they were like, "Look at this. She didn't shave." She's like the nicest person ever and was like, "Why would I do that?" I'm like, I don't think that you would. I don't know why I had that dream. I literally don't think you would do that.
Yeah. So we are all going to get a facial from this woman.
So, I need to talk about that therapy too, probably. But yes, for that hour that I was getting the facial, I didn't think about those things. So that was great. So also what I did the past couple of weeks, lots of pickleball. And so I tried out 2 new things. Like I went to a new group and then I did my new league started. And so the new group that I went to, people were competitive. Okay. And I only go to social ones. I don't go to competitive.
Are we not ready for this level of intensity or?
No, it's a social. It's not about the level of like gameplay because my level.
We're all just here to have a good time.
Yeah, it's like social, and then the courts next to us are competitive. There's like 2 sides. Okay. So if you are trying out for the Olympic team,
head over there.
Go over there. But my theory is these people are not good enough to go over there and be on the competitive side, so they just want to be
competitive to
the people novice that they're better than or whatever. But like it's so annoying. So I mean, most of the people were cool and fun, but some people were a bit much. My last game, I was paired with this older woman, and she was like, "Oh, I thought the last game was the last game," and I was like, "Me too." Like we were both kind of saying how we were tired. So I was like, okay, cool. She's not going to be a psycho. She was a psycho. Okay, first of all, I don't know you. I've never met you. So you definitely should not be telling me what to do. Especially when I just told you I'm tired. Okay. So basically how it works is like you play a game and then if you win, you go up a court. If you go down, or if you lose, you go down a court, but you split from the person you just played with. So in this game that I'm talking about, we were playing against a woman that I was just partners with, right? So like, I know.
You knew her game.
Yes. And I loved her. She was older as well. She was really good, but she hit it pretty fast. And I think I've told you before, like, if you're really good, you're supposed to be standing up at the kitchen line. And like, I have gotten a lot better at being up close, but I still, if the ball is coming really fast, I still would like more time.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be in the back. That's not against the rules. Like it's fine.
Then do it.
Right. So me minding my own business, knowing my game, knowing I'm responsible for my square.
Someone had a little something too much to say about how you play.
Oh, she said, "Move up." I signed up for a freaking army camp.
She just drill sergeant the fuck out of you.
I literally went like this. I went, and then I moved up, and then guess what happened? I missed the next shot because it flew the fuck past me.
It's like, this is what I want. I don't know if it makes a difference. It's like, you need to go into these places and you need to say to these people, I understand the concept of the game. I also understand why you're asking me to move further or closer into the kitchen or in the kitchen or be in the kitchen or whatever. I also know my game. And I know that that is not going to work. I understand that that is how some people play the game. That is not how I choose to play the game. And I know my strengths and weaknesses. So kindly just fuck all the way off and let me play.
Yeah, and it's not like, okay, we're playing one game together. The game is 10 minutes long. I understand if we're playing multiple games in a row and you're like, okay, the way that like you're in the back is not working with my style and like we need to figure something out. Like I need you to be up more. Okay, I get it if you're going to play multiple games together and you're like, whatever. But we're playing one game together. It's really not that serious. Mm-hmm. And telling me to move up, I didn't speak another word to her. Literally, the ball flew past me and I missed it. And I just went, like, good. Okay, I moved up. Now we're going to lose. And we So my new league started and there's 8 of us and we'll be like, it's not a team, but it's kind of like a team because there'll be the same 8 of us for 6 weeks. And I really like the people on that. I'm the youngest one. I kind of joined that to like meet more people my age because the league that plays on Mondays at the same time I go are a lot of younger people. But then of course now that I joined a league, they're all older, but it's okay. Like I like them all and we are all at the same level as opposed to this other thing I did was kind of varying levels. This we're all at the same level and everyone is competitive, but like in a good way. Like it's making me play better, but no one's like mean. Mm-hmm. But I did get hit in the face. So that wasn't great. And now I need to get safety goggles. Goggles. I do not want to because I just have always felt that people that wear the glasses are like
the game very seriously.
So serious. That's how I've always felt like those people are so serious. But now that I got hit in the face so close to my eyeball, I'm like, what a fucking dummy. If I were to lose my eye or go blind from this game, just like I almost broke my neck playing kickball, like how fucking dumb, because I didn't want to look like I was too serious about pickleball. This ball hit me so hard. So basically this woman, she didn't even really slam the ball, but she just hit it a little too hard and I was close to the net because I moved up. It wasn't during that game, but I was close to the net and the ball like ricocheted off my paddle so fast and hit me in the face right here. Like, I'm not kidding. It felt like someone socked me right in the face.
When I tell you, I am getting you a warm-up suit. I'm getting you a bag for your paddle. Like
I have a bag for my paddle.
No, but I need it to be in unison. Like you will be a brand. And then you're like, oh, I'm just going to the social court. No. I'm just here for fun.
I need knee pads too while you're at it. Because I'm not getting another injury.
I am just here for the vibes, guys. Don't no.
So I was like, I started tearing up not because I was crying, but obviously because I just got hit in the face. And like your eyes naturally water.
Kelly has ripped a shoe because of doing a split and I got a flat eye.
So they were like, everyone was like, are you okay? Except, okay, the 2 opponents were like, are you okay? The guy I was playing with, he was like, should have had safety glasses. I was like,
would be paired with him.
And so I was just like, okay, not the time. Like, what if I was blind? Like, he didn't even ask if I was okay. Or like what part of my face I got hit on before he said that. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, is my nose bleeding? And they were like, no, you're fine. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. And so then I kept playing like the athlete I am. Duh. So then is
my nose bleeding? And they're like, nah, girl.
Because I didn't know it just hit
Right.
so
Oh,
hard.
I know. Yes, yes.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't bleeding. So then we finished the game. We won. Duh.
You're like, because the dentist office didn't fucking tell me when I had blood across my face. So
Imagine if that happened to me when I had my stitches in still, though. Oh.
Mm.
If I had to redo my surgery, I would have been really pissed. So, and they're like, this is why we told you not to play sports while you
Like, fuck off, everyone.
It's never happened to anyone before, but of course it happened to you. So then I was excited because my uncle has been like teasing me about the bruise that I got from falling because I just kept, I couldn't
Couldn't
keep
stop
talking
talking
about
about
how I'm a survivor and all this stuff, and my family is just teasing me. And so I texted him, I said, guess what? And he said, what? And I said, I got hit in the face for the first time at pickleball, and it didn't bruise, and I didn't cry. And so I think I'm officially an athlete. Because he said I wasn't really exhibiting like athlete behavior with my knee.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, I'm like officially an athlete. And he was like, that's an interesting take. I think you should just try defeating your opponent without getting injured. And I was like, well, I still defeated them with one eye. So that's a little bit more impressive.
Due to my past life as a pirate.
Exactly. Full circle. But I will be getting safety glasses, unfortunately.
Or an eye patch.
So Nike, sponsor me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's how my week went. So, yeah, should we get into the episode now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, we have a couple things that happened in the news over the last couple weeks.
The thing we don't really care about, Taylor giving her announcement, leaving Southern Charm. I mean,
we're happy.
Yeah. Like Joy was like, if she was never on the show in any other season, I wouldn't even have known she left.
Right. But I felt like we had to say it because I was happy when I saw it.
Oh,
It was
no, for sure. And apparently to pursue her athleisure layer line.
Which is weird because why wouldn't you stay on a show to like promote it? But whatever.
I said she's going to end up as like a bartender on 111 shows.
Yeah, she's probably just going to move over to
Southern Hospitality.
Yeah. Because she hangs out with those people more anyways.
Right.
Because her boyfriend is roommates with TJ or whatever. Anyways, and then Paige and Hannah came out with their book, and they are on the New York Times bestselling authors list. So congrats to them. That's amazing.
Incredible. Love them beyond. Like, love them. So happy for their success. I was listening to their latest episode, and at the end they did an excerpt of their audio from it, and it really actually surprised me how they narrated it. It felt very monotone and like not like really like their personalities weren't shining, which like I don't know if that's how they make you make audiobooks, but it just seemed like it was like it wasn't what I would have expected audio from them.
I listened to the episode, but I honestly turned it off before they played the excerpt because I'd
like you to go back. I'd like to hear your take on it.
Yeah.
But good, they are fucking crushing it. And they were just at the Bookchella yesterday or over the weekend, and Paige's outfit was so cute.
It was so cute with like the tie and the
like could you see me in that? Like
it was really cute. I loved it. Yeah.
Love. And then Boz, I mean, she just keeps doing it. She just keeps doing it. She funded her own extension line. Self-funded, created this line. Like, that's fucking incredible. And then her and Jimmy Fallon just partnered on a show.
I know.
It's like a Shark Tank-esque.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
And it's gonna be, it seemed, okay, so is that what it's gonna be? It's like gonna be like Shark Tank? I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like that or like
I think it's like people pitching their ideas.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe pitching their reality TV ideas. I don't know. Fixing.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be people pitching reality TV ideas. I just thought I didn't know if the format was going to be of like a reality show of like entrepreneurs trying to like do stuff, and she is like, I didn't really read that much into it. Or if
Yeah.
it's just going to be like an episode thing where like Shark Tank where people come on and then they like try to get her. I don't know.
I don't really know what it's about, but I just love that she is just like out here doing her thing and moguling. And now she has the likability because now like more people know about her and she can be more mainstream and like go off, like go her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love her and we're excited to see what she does. And then Dorit filed for divorce. So also go her.
Go her.
No prenup.
Yeah, which I think might bite her in the fucking ass though.
Yeah.
Because he, I think, lies about his money. I think
Probably.
she'll be just fine, obviously, because she can get like brand deals and stuff like that. But she better have a good, accountant. So we'll go right on in.
Okay, so this week we only had 2 shows. The Valley started last week. And then Summer House. So The Valley.
The Valley. The way that I thought when this show was going to come out, like I was watching it, but I wasn't like, what are we going to get out of it? It was a whole different.
You mean when it like first came out?
Yeah, when it like first started.
Mm-hmm.
I am, as a 37-year-old woman, so happy that they made this transition show because the messy is real. It is very real, and it's more stuff that is relevant in our lives. Like their reactions towards things, the history behind things, all of that. So it's just like, different real life scenarios that we are obviously closer in age to, so can relate more. Bravo in the Vanderpump world and Vanderpump adjacent world has produced some of the grossest men. Like these men are the equivalent of, I thought I was the shit in high school. No one was ever going to be better than me. How dare anyone with the fame that I have think that I'm a loser?
Yeah. Peaked in high school energy.
Jesse, narcissist. Like, yep. My computer agrees. God bless Michelle for dealing with him.
I do not like Michelle at all. I don't like him either, but I think she is awful.
I could not
sideways,
wait to hear your take.
Her little lopsided ponytail in her confessional. Who did that?
I could not wait to hear your take because I feel differently and Joey's on your side.
She is god awful.
Now why? Why do you feel that way?
Because she's like, I don't even know. I just cringe watching her.
See,
and
I don't
let me be very clear. I do not like Jesse either. Right. It's not a thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I like him. Definitely not. And I get it. Like, yeah, if I was being treated horribly, but if the allegations about her being a cheater are true, which I believe they are, that I hate a cheater. So I obviously think you're a shitty person. I don't think that means like that bad things should happen to you, but I think you're a shitty person and you don't have morals. So I think you're gross, and I think she's just like a victim and just wants, oh, he's so horrible. And it's like, but so are you. Literally, so are you. And when he, like, this is the thing, I'm sure that he is just awful to her as well. But like, for example, at Brittany's white party, her boyfriend's there and he like comes up to them and like says hi or whatever, and she's just like, oh, like, no, don't talk to us, and our daughter's not going to school there, and just, it's like, she just like, ugh, like, just like can't even articulate everything I don't like about her, because it just drives me crazy to watch her. And the ponytail is one of the number one things.
Over the edge.
Like, can you not see?
So here's my thing. Do I agree with someone cheating? Absolutely fucking not. Do I agree with someone cheating in a marriage? Absolutely fucking not, even more. So 2 separate things, because absolutely fucking not. Like, get out. Like, get out, leave the situation. I feel for her because I think that she wants to go the fuck off, which any of us naturally would. And she can't because she knows who she's dealing with. And she knows that if she says and she was supposed to say he will use every single thing against her. And so she is trying to just be very cool, calm, and collected, very matter-of-factly, very black and white, and like not engage with him because she knows what it'll do. I think he plays up his emotions to the camera 1,000,000%.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he is a huge narcissist. And so I think that, like, does he love his daughter? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that they should split holidays? Also, absolutely. She should not
Mm-hmm.
get Isabella for both holidays. However, no, my child's not going to school in Newport and I live in LA because you
Right.
decided to have a girlfriend all of a sudden. So I
Right.
get her on that. Like,
I
no,
get that
we are
too.
not having this conversation. You're trying to make everything. And because I do think that she is in a stable relationship, again, don't agree with how she got there and all of the above, but I do think they are in love and they are in a stable relationship. And I think that Jessie cannot fathom that
Mm-hmm.
one, she would ever want to leave him, and two, that there would be anyone that would bring anyone else joy other than himself. So I
Mm-hmm.
think he just keeps trying to like cling to anything and like try to one up her, but she sees him. And so it's just like, I see you. Like, okay, you want to
Yeah.
go date a young girl? Go date a young girl. You want to go live this life and like do all these travel things and do all this? Go for it. Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to co-parent because whatever I feel, like, we are in each other's lives forever. We
Mm-hmm.
have to be here. So I
But I
just
mean,
like,
she's kind of a dummy because she needs to get an attorney. She's like, oh,
well,
we're
yeah,
trying to do a mediator that
yeah,
he recommended. I'm sorry, but if you truly believe that he's a narcissist and all these things, then get an attorney. Even people that are going through like a civilized divorce need an attorney
yeah, of course.
because normal
But that's
people,
what the
like,
mediator is, though. It's like you have your attorneys
but
with the
that means you
mediator.
agree on things. The mediator is when you like pretty much are like agreeing. And if she said that he recommended this person, if you hate him so much, why would you go with the person that he's recommending?
Because she knows the battle it'll bring. So it's like, okay, we're going to go to your person then. Okay, let's go. Let's
Just
go to your
get your
person.
own attorney. Like,
Right, but they
that's,
have an attorney within mediators. So like
but
that's
you,
how
I would get my own. Why wouldn't you get your own attorney?
she should have. She does have her own attorney.
She
And then you
doesn't.
have a
They have a
mediator.
mediator. They don't, she doesn't have an attorney.
You each have attorneys and a mediator
No, she said, I'm going to have to get an attorney.
because they're going to have to go to court.
Right. She does not have an attorney. You either,
Oh.
if you have a mediator, you don't need an attorney. It's like
Correct, you
you
don't
get
need
a
one, but you
mediator
have one.
because it's like a person who helps you, but you're kind of
Yes.
like, for the most part, agreeing.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so you only really
Friend
need
just
an
did it.
attorney if you're fighting or, you know, whatever, because then that person has your best interest. The mediator doesn't have a side.
Correct. But
Whereas your
you
attorney
always-
has your
yeah.
side.
Yeah, you like always run it by an attorney.
Right. But she said she doesn't have one. So she's a dummy.
Yeah, she is dummy.
So anyway,
And
whatever.
So both of them, and then I mean the worst of them all, fucking Jax. Like
He's so gross. I'm so sick of seeing his face.
Like the first episode was bad, and then the second episode happens, and it gets so much worse. Like I wanted to jump through my TV and punch the fuck out of him. Like he's so gross to me, and like I love girls that happen to look like her. You mean you love your wife? You mean you love your... I love girls that have that type of body.
He's disgusting.
Disgusting, gaslighting, like manipulator. Like also like what girls are falling for you? Like why? Like
right.
Who? What? Like you had to have paid that girl. That girl Paige that they showed, like you paid her.
Like I feel like they're like 20-year-olds that never watch Vanderpump Rules.
I mean, I couldn't imagine spending 20 minutes with this person.
No.
Knowing him or not.
Like, no, me neither. But I mean, if you're on drugs, maybe.
Facts. And then to like say to Brittany, like, oh, so you've never done cocaine? Yeah, bro, but I don't need to go to fucking rehab for it. You're
Right.
still doing it. People know how to casually do cocaine. We're not saying that you should do cocaine,
Yeah.
but like there are people that have done cocaine that know how to casually do it without ever doing it again or having it become a problem
Right. And he's not one of them.
at all. And so to try to like make it and push it back onto her, it's like, my guy.
It's crazy. I think he must have like physically assaulted her, and they're not saying that
Yes.
because
Yes.
not that what they are saying isn't a big deal on its own, because it is. He shouldn't be throwing furniture, and that is enough. But like it does seem like something bigger happened that like everyone's kind of protecting and
They
not
just keep saying you
saying.
through the chairs.
Yeah, and like that this was like so crazy that he did this, but she was like, you hurt me, and like it just seems the fact that she won't let him like see their son alone and stuff, it seems like he did something else that they're not saying.
And like we now know, like she's come out and said that Cruz has autism and like he's like on the spectrum and everything. And to see the way that Cruz reacts when he sees Jax versus when he sees Zach, he is so loving and welcoming to Zach. So it's not as if he's like afraid of strangers or afraid of men or, you know, only wants to be around his mom, which could like be certain things that kids, you know, experience. Nope. So for you to have that reaction to your father versus your mom's friend, problem.
I know. That was sad.
And I don't know if we have to step up Bravo production or what, but watching last week's episode, okay, when Jason and Danny go over and talk to Jax, like, first of all, Jax is head to toe in his branded apparel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm shocked he didn't have a phone case that said Jax on it as well. They go from, we're concerned, you know, we are concerned. Brittany is scared. You have the opportunity to still do the right thing. Maybe you should go to rehab too. I'm okay. Checking my phone. Then all of a sudden,
he's
the
on
rehab
the
place calls him to check in. Then we like move to a different part of the episode and like they're gone and like we're seeing different scenes. But now we're back to Jason picking him up where he's in the same outfit. And he did the quickest pack for a 30-day stay I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I was like, you packed 2 sneakers and sweatpants and now Jason's here to bring you to rehab?
What? First of all, I wouldn't be surprised if you wore that branded outfit every day.
Every day.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. And second of all, I don't think you planned to stay the 30 days, so.
Because Jason was wearing the same outfit too. Like, that's how I know it was all the same day.
Oh, Jason was wearing the same outfit.
They all were. Yeah. And then Janet.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
And Sheena, we may not have any camera time physically where we've seen her yet this season, but she's gonna Sheena.
She's gonna be up in there.
Sheena is gonna make sure you know her name, okay? Mm-hmm. That she is good as gold, okay? Mm-hmm. So,
yep, and she was spilling tea.
Oh, you thought you were the only one, Jesse? You thought you were the only one that girl was sleeping with? Oh, let me. No, I can confirm. She said it to me. No, you're not the only one. Verbatim.
The guy from Baywatch.
Which is, I guess, Zac Efron?
I don't think so.
Oh, because I saw something else, and I don't know if it was like Bob the Drag Queen. Like they were like saying like they made a reference from what he had said on The Traitors that I guess it is Zac Efron.
Oh.
Like the because I guess Sheena or someone said like not the good guy in Baywatch or not the popular guy or whatever. And then I saw something where they like were talking about Bob the Traitor when they were talking about Dylan and who his brother was, and he was like, yeah, not the good one in Baywatch or something like that.
Oh, but is that because Bob the drag queen said he's not a good actor?
Yeah, but I think that's what Zach was saying too in the Valley.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I don't know. But
that Paige girl looks like she would get with Zac Efron.
I'm
sorry.
Paige is the one with Jax.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who knows?
Messy, these people.
Messy Jesse. Speaking of Messy Jesse, Summer House. Jesse and Lexi.
So is Jesse the problem?
I don't know.
Because I have not been team Lexi. I've not been against Lexi, but I'm just like, the relationship is like too fast, too soon for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking like, okay, yeah, she's a little immature. She might be a little too jealous. And then we see this whole other side of her. I will say, really was Team Lexi when she was having the conversation with the girls and like articulating all of the things, like how she felt and what her perspective and like her experience was in all of these situations. Only to then when she has the conversation with Jesse, she sounded stupid again.
Well, she didn't. This makes me feel that not everything she said was 100% true to the girls because she didn't bring up those points to him. So it's like, is it because that's not true that like, you like, yes, I know he like texts her a lot when he goes out or whatever. And he says that when he's out with the boys, like, oh, I'm texting her. But she's presenting it as a way like, oh, he's jealous. But she doesn't say that to him because I think she knows that's not what it is. You know, who knows? We don't know. And it's an interesting take. So we'll have to kind of see. But like, we haven't really gotten those vibes from him. Not saying that it's impossible because obviously we know that anything is possible from men. But it's interesting because all the other girls in the house like Jesse as a guy, and they've known him for like over a year now, and he just hasn't given too much of that like asshole energy, just in general, really.
Totally.
But maybe. I don't know. I just think they're not a good fit.
No, I mean, for sure they're not a good fit. You're a pretty girl. He's a good looking guy. You were right there. Like, you guys, like, we're in close proximities. It's summertime. It's the new season. You're filming. Like, I can understand how the connection happened. But, like, yeah, you guys ultimately too fast, too soon. And you guys are not a good fit for one another. If you guys had met out in the wild, I think it would have been a different story.
Right. And he's the party boy hookup type. And she's not that type. But he tried to do it because he wanted to be, like, hook up with her. It just isn't a good fit. But Carl tells Sierra that he has a crush on her.
Post his conversation with everyone about he has a niche like for tan line porn.
That whole scene of the boys talking about porn, and first of all, they were looking it up at dinner. And then in West's interview, they're bleeping out all the things that he says, and he goes, I think I'm too far gone for tan line. And I was like, it was so funny. I just love him. Although he is not attractive to me anymore. Like last year, I was
attractive.
like,
he just like, I do think West is attractive for
I thought he was last year, but this year I'm
swag.
like, he lost it to me this year, but I think he's so funny. But I just think he looks not as cute this year to me, but he's so funny. I don't know. I think it's just like the mustache. He was more like swaggy last year.
I think he just naturally has swag to him. Like, I do find him to be attractive as a white boy, and I love his facial expressions, how he interprets everything.
He's so funny.
I loved when he was just like with the girls, like just like, oh, okay, so yeah, what's up? And then like as soon as Lexi and Jesse stop talking, like he goes into the house with Jesse. He's like, you good? Everything good?
Yeah, he wants all the tea. It's like, so, you know, obviously we all do. I saw like a little clip that was when Paige and Amanda were laying on that bed outside, like before the party, and West was like laying there with them, like we were just saying, and then he like slowly like inches closer, and it's like, oh, West just like wants all the gossip, and it's just so funny because it's like he is one of the girls.
He is one of the girls. Yeah, Carl, like I just cringe out of embarrassment for him because he's trying. Like I feel bad that I'm embarrassed for him.
I know,
you know, because it's like he is trying, but I'm just like, oh my god, like you. And I also too, like he's very self-aware too. Like
knows. And it does take. You have to think like to be sober and be doing all this. That takes a lot of vulnerability.
And he's just awkward in general. Like yeah, so it's funny.
Yeah, but. It's the reunion. They just filmed the reunion like recently. So that'll be interesting. I guess like Emerald, there was some drama because Emerald wasn't out with the boys after, and all the boys went out to dinner with Andy Cohen. And so I saw a thing that Emerald wasn't in the picture. And so people were like, why wasn't he there? Because he was at the reunion, obviously. And he commented and said like, part of it is because I left early, blah, blah, blah. And then someone was like, so that's not all of it. That's just part of it.
Right.
And he was like, well, that's just what I'm choosing to go. Like, that's what I'm choosing to
Mhm.
believe. Like, he was basically saying, like, I don't want to start drama and say, like, I was left out.
Right.
But essentially I wasn't invited.
Mm-hmm.
But I did leave early or whatever. And then he was like, it was a great experience. I'm glad I did it. But it sounds like, which, whatever. It sounds like he doesn't have hard feelings, but maybe he's just not that close with them,
Yeah.
which, okay.
Okay.
So, anyways, those are the shows. And now we'll do our goals for the week. So as you all know, we love to talk about all the gossip and fun reality show stuff, but we do want to end every episode learning and growing. So what is one thing you are working on?
Back to my time management. I need to be a little bit more due diligent this week. Last week was a little hectic and the week before. So yeah.
Okay. I am working on prepping for something I have tomorrow that I don't want to say what it is, but that's what I'm working on. What is one thing you're looking forward to?
Good weather. We're supposed to be getting some good weather. I'll take some sunshine. Need a couple more beach days. Keep this tan going, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to launch day. So I have a San Diego guide coming out and it is launching this Thursday. So I'm very excited.
Guys, it is so good. It doesn't matter if you've lived here forever. I've lived here for 13 years and it is so useful, so helpful. And especially if you have anyone coming to visit from out of town or if like anyone you work with, like you don't even need to know them. Like it is so good. Kelly has thought of everything. It is beautiful. It is engaging. Like it's so good. It's so good.
Maybe I'll give our listeners a little discount code. I'll post that on our story on Thursday.
100%.
So look out for that. If you want to get my guide, I'll post it on our story with a little promo code for our listeners. What is something that made you feel like an adult?
I am 37 years old and I have traveled a lot. This was the first time in my entire life I unpacked the day that I got home. Not only did I unpack, like I put everything away, laundry done, suitcase put back, like
that's
everything.
crazy. That's wild.
I have never felt like so superior in my life.
That's
like, I'm
crazy.
sorry. Who are you talking to? Couldn't be the adult that just unpacked and put everything away the same day she returned.
It sounds like you're managing your time quite well.
That day I was.
I made a new branding kit. It felt pretty adult.
It was great. Love it.
And what is one thing you did to contribute to your mental health?
I survived the week.
I love that.
Yeah.
I got a Korean facial.
Perfect. Yeah, she did.
So that is all for the week. We hope you laughed and learned something with us. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen. Leave us a review, rate us, share us with a friend, all those things. And we will see you next week. Bye.